Hi guys, my name is Delcia Norwood. I am the owner of Love Dia Couture and Fashion here in Chicago. I wanted to introduce myself before I invite everyone to come on this weird and crazy challenge that we are or have actually now embarked on. Um, for those of you who are not familiar, Love Dia Couture is more or less a reinterpretation of a 12-year mission that we had to use fashion as a means by which to show women how beautiful they are naturally at whatever place in life you are, at whatever station in life you are, whatever size or whatever category you happen to fall into at any one time. We use fashion as a means by which to kind of shine a light on how beautiful that position is. If you decide to move out of that position, we can still show you beauty. If you stay there forever, it doesn't matter. We can still show you beauty. So that's our mission. We want to impact the healthy self-esteem and healthy and accurate self-image of the women in our communities. So that's in a nutshell who we are as a business. I am the owner, but I'm also the fashion designer. I have been designing clothes since I was 16, 15. Yeah, 15. I started out in Miss Yannick's clothing construction class at Whitney Young in the year 2000, and it stuck. Once I gained my technical skill, I ran with it. Obviously, that wasn't the first time I tried to learn sewing. My grandmother first tried teaching me when I was about 8 or 9, and she got frustrated. I got frustrated. It didn't work out. So I started learning again. I do have 2 degrees in fashion. I have a fashion merchandising degree with minors in business management and marketing from Bradley University in Peoria. And I also have currently an associate's, but 10 more classes, and it'll be a bachelor's in fashion design from the International Academy of Design and Technology here in Chicago. So that's me and my credentials and my background. The challenge that we have taken has been inspired by Tamara Ellingston of JVF Fashion. She did a 30 pieces in 30 days challenge, and that inspired us to try it, to try and challenge ourselves to really commit to a certain production level, albeit it's an insanity level, but that's okay. We want to try and create 30 pieces, individual pieces, so it's not necessarily 30 complete looks, but 30 pieces in the next 30 days. From different places. So we're not necessarily doing a complete 130-piece collection. What I actually want to do is take this time to do maybe mini collections or even individual pieces. We want to go back and all those things that we wanted to make and we forgot and just didn't have time, and here was this great idea that got pushed to the back burner because there's always some new project coming along that we can't focus on what we just want to do. That's what the next 30 days is going to be about. And I'm hoping that maybe thanks to Tamara and her idea, maybe some of you guys might try and jump in on the bandwagon with us too. I think this is going to be an awesome 30 days. We did get started. I don't have a calendar nearby. I believe we got started a couple days ago, almost a week, not quite. And we're a little behind to start out. I've actually only created 2 original pieces and 1 recycle project that we did. So I'll show you guys those. This lovely lady is wearing our first project that we designed. This is a satin and knit jacket that I did for a book release party. If you haven't heard of the book, it's The Father, the Son, and Me by Carmen Carlisle. So that book just came out last Friday. But I did these 2 pieces in 2 days to as part of our challenge, but also because it's a formal event and I wanted something to wear that was mine. So what I did was I took this dress. Hopefully I'll be able to put in a picture later of what it originally looked like. This was a super 80s, off the shoulder, buckromed out, shoulder padded, I mean, ridiculous, like super 80s, super mini cocktail dress. And so, what I decided to do to make it appropriate for me, because I am not necessarily a super short kind of skirt kind of girl. And also because this off the shoulder with all that shoulder padding and all that stuff was so dated. But it has, if you can see, a really great shape in the torso. So we pulled all of the extra out of this. I took the entire shoulder panels off. We took the sleeves off. We took the paneling out. We took all of this apart. And we just kept the torso and used this torso as the base for the rest of the dress. Since it was a formal party and I wanted something long to reflect that, I added, you can see, a handkerchief train skirt. And then I also closed up all of my seams and reshaped my armholes and my neckline and added straps. And since our signature color is purple, of course I did everything in purple. Put that one back on there. The next piece that I did, because doing this much stuff might make you gain a little weight sometimes. I might be a little self-conscious about my arms. So I did this little coverlet, this jacket. It's got a hook and eye closure in the front. This one was not a recycle project. We made this from scratch. I'm actually tempted to reconstruct it a little bit. I might decide I want long sleeves instead of the elbow length, but it's all polyester satin. Not the most expensive fabric in the world, but it has a gorgeous sheen to it. It has a pretty nice weight to it, and it actually is super comfortable when you wear it. Sometimes when you deal with some satins, they tend to get kind of sticky, like they don't breathe well. So this one is really, really nice. I love this Hancock. And I also used this poly knit. Actually, I think it's a cotton poly blend underneath because to tie in my purple. And this purple up here matches my sheer purple on the bottom. So that's the first piece that we did for our 30 pieces in 30 days, the first two pieces that we put together. And the third piece that I did, slightly unrelated, well, majorly unrelated, is a tote bag, which is going to be one of the pieces that we have available for sale on our website in a few weeks. This is my Afro Love tote bag. I did all of these pieces. These are individual fabric pieces that we stitched down, and then we did the freehand embroidery on the face to put in the outline of her eyes or lips or nose or eyebrows, and then we either filled it in with thread or they're hand painted. So this was the other project that we did. So that's where we are so far on our 30 garments in 30 days, and we're about to go in, put in a lot more. I want to show you guys this. Basically everything that we're going to be doing in the next 30 days is going to come from here. This is a little piece of my Dia history. This was my very first sketchbook. This is, I don't know if you can see here. This is when I first started learning to sketch. My first sketching teacher, Kathleen, at the IADT Chicago. That was the very first day. I don't even remember how many years ago this was now. But obviously, as some of us who would learn to sketch or are fashion students or at any point did any fashion sketching classes, you know that you don't stay at those oblong, weirdly something sketches for long. You go from there into graduating into real fashion sketches. So the first half of my book is the training where I learned to sketch things, and the second half of my book is where I started designing my own garments, playing with different shapes like these. These are some of my sketches, garments that I designed, and these are what we're going to be making in the next 30 days. Chances are I'm going to pick some of the less complicated pieces to make, just in the interest of time and in the interest of success. But I think this is going to be a really cool 30 days, and this is also an opportunity for me as a designer and as a sewer to challenge myself and kind of push and do something that I've never done before. The hardest year that we ever had, we stitched 5 10-piece collections in a year. We basically did a new 10-piece, actually, I'm sorry, 9-piece collection. We did a new 9-piece collection every 10 weeks. The company that we were working with at the time, they had a new fashion show every 10 weeks. And we were a featured designer, and I have a problem with showing the same garment twice. So we did new collections. So I think this is going to be just another step up and challenging ourselves to produce quality, well-designed, well-constructed pieces on a tight timetable and prove to people that we can do it, that you can come to us and you can get quality pieces, beautiful pieces that reflect you, reflect your style, and complement your body, shine through your natural beauty, and you can do it on a tight timetable if need be. So that's what we're doing. I hope that you guys will stick around with us and see how we do it and root for us to make it, please. Pray for us. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Thanks so much for hanging in there and rooting for us. Have a good day.